Think like this, and you will never be triggered by 3D or physical circumstances ever again. It is such an important part in this manifestation process, not only that we stay aligned and focused on what we desire to experience, on what we're manifesting, but also that we know how to handle anything that may come up in our physical experience in that process across the bridge of incidents, which is, of course, the series of events leading to the fulfillment of our desire. So, I want you to know that if your reality is being created by what you imagine, what you think feelingly, what you think repeatedly, then this too, this seeming circumstance, this seeming obstacle or negative thing that you are having in your life right now is just as much imagined as what you desire to experience as your lovely, positive, joyful, happy outcome. So, because things are physical, we are trained by this world of the senses to think that it is so real. We think that we created it, now we're stuck with it, we have to manifest our way out of it. In truth, all of this is no different than a dream. We think it's more real because it has continuation. Day in and day out, we continue to live in this same dream. But if you can recognize this is just as much imagined, you are imagining this too, then you can cease identification with this negative circumstance. It's not that you need to get your mind off of what's actually real and focus on what is unreal. It is all equally real and unreal. It is all equally imagined. So you can recognize in any circumstance, perhaps you don't have the loving relationship you desire. Perhaps you don't have the pocketbook or the bank account that you desire. Perhaps you don't have the job or the house or the car that you desire. Understand that whatever you think you currently have is just as much imagined as what you desire to have. So you don't need to take your mind off of what's real and be faithful to what is unreal. Instead, be faithful to self. Be faithful to the I am. That is the ultimate creative God power that you are. And know that if you desire it, then it is done. There is no work to be done. It is not that you need to find a way to overcome this negative obstacle, physical circumstance. Instead, all you need to do is recognize this too is imagined. It has no power over you if you don't give it that power. Your mind, the story you've continued to tell yourself habitually with thought, feeling, and belief, is that you are this limited individual, or this is what's true of you, and you're trying to create or force or manifest what seems to be untrue. But the fact is, whatever you desire, whatever you assume, whatever you create the vibration of within yourself is true now, whether it appears physically or not. So, if you're struggling in any circumstance, take your mind off of it. Recognize it only has as much power as you're giving it. So if you're feeding it fear, you're feeding it worry or doubt or impatience, then you're saying, this thing is real. This negative circumstance, this thing I don't want it, I don't want it. It's real though. That's where you have to change your thinking. You have to change your understanding of what fundamental reality is. As Neville Goddard said, I am reality called imagination. That is the reality, capital R, not anything you experience in this material world. As long as you identify with the material, you're not going to step into your ultimate power as a creator because your nature is not material. Material follows your nature. Your nature is your being. That's why we're told in Psalms, be still and know that I am God. And we were told in the beginning there was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. So, word translates to meaning. What is the meaning that you are applying to these circumstances? Do you think that this physical circumstance means that you can't have what you want, or it means that it's going to be difficult to manifest, or it means that it is real and what you desire is not real? You are that I am. You are the creative power, and you determine the meaning. As you determine the meaning, that will be yourself. okay? And yourself is going to be projected or reflected in the unreality of this limited physical circumstance or this physical world. The mirror principle, it's only a mirror reflecting you, that is, reflecting your state of being. As Bashar said, like him or not, beautifully said, circumstances don't matter. Only your state of being matters. So if you're in the state of being that you're identifying with this negative circumstance, whatever it is, and you need to get out of it, and you need to find your way, you need to repress emotions, you need to force yourself to feel good, all of that means that you believe in this negative circumstance, that you are giving yourself to it. You're saying, I am this, but I'm trying to change. There is no trying. Do or do not. There is no try. Master Yoda. So, are you going to continue identifying with this, or are you going to recognize this is just as much imagined as what I desire? So why not choose what you desire? Why not be faithful to it? Why not let that calmness, that assurance of knowing who you are and your ultimate power flood over you, rain down upon you? It's an alertness, a mental alertness. You're not going to allow the mind to go down negative avenues. You know all is well. You know you are the ultimate good. You know that your oneness with God, source, universe, imagination means you are limitless, means that you have the power to experience whatever you desire. But all you have to do is let go of this current circumstance, of this current belief, of this current identification. And when you do that, you are free. You are so, so free. If you want help overcoming the 4 biggest blocks to manifestation, these thoughts of fear, worry, doubt, impatience that keep us tied to the identification with the physical world, obstacles, circumstances that come up on the journey, that's where detachment comes in. I teach in depth how to overcome all of this and create the big things easily and effortlessly, like God should, like you should. In the Manifest Anything with Detachment course, I'll leave a link in the pinned comment and the description. So I'm sure you found this video helpful. Be sure to recognize everything in this world is only reflecting you. It may take some time, or it may not. It can be in an instant. The second you realize this thing has no power over you because it is only imagined. So choose to imagine and believe in and identify with and feel that your desire is fulfilled. And so it is. By the way, if you want to learn the secret to manifest anything in 17 seconds, watch this video right here. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.